Now I will just thought on the white God who has come. Who is a genie? I will thought that white God, he is light. He is speaking. He is light and bad. White God, that white God. You mean this wall from where the God has come? He is light. He is light. I will just thought now, which is imaginary. It is not real. But the genie does not knows it. The God, white God, does not knows it. Who has come?
Imagination thinking is prepared. Now, I have to talk with genies. I thought and think. There is no other option for me to talk and discuss with genies of God. But I am original genie. I am only one way to talk with genies from thinking mode. If I thought, it is not real for them. Because thought means what? Anyone will come and say that God died.
He came on me. He could not control himself. You see, he came. He came and he started. He wanted to take revenge from me until he says, until he proves that he is true, he will not leave me. And what he will do to prove that he is true? What he will do? He will force me to thought bad or think bad on anyone. That I am lie, to prove that I am lie, and he will say that he is true. You saw that? He is bad and he is wrong, and he because he said because I said to him he is lie. White God is lie. I win. So what he did? He wanted to, until he takes revenge by proving that I am lie, he will not leave. Because if I become lie, he will become true. So all genies and all gods are like this. Who does not know what thought and thinking means? Thought means imagination, imaginary. Thought means imaginary, and thinking means what? Thinking means planning. And the genies are what? By default, it's made of belief. It's made of belief. What you see, the wall. What you see, it is the belief. The genie comes from belief, from mind of human or life. When the words are said, like if I say from my mind, because I think, if I believe while saying, God, you are coming, then automatically God will come. Because it's made of belief. From belief, when the word is set on the belief of the universe, from mind, the genie appears, who is made of understanding of me, or understanding of those who thinks, who thought or think, and they are same, just like all genies and all gods, who maltreats, who made governments, who fooled public humans, maltreated. They tried to rule on humans. They punish humans. Why we cannot talk free speech? Why we cannot free talk? You need to tell free. Can I see what is that white God? What is that white God? You have to tell me. What is that white God about? You have to tell me. The white God has come from where? Can you just tell me from where the white God has come? Now the new white God will become original by having understanding, consciousness, wisdom, and he will become team with someone. He will say that I am true, and he will come in reality, and when he will come to know truth, he will say he wants to open a religious place. So he becomes rich and popular, and he will try to create his own religion. Now what white God will do to me? He will have his own family, and for his own family he will do anything. He will say he will kill anyone. His everything is his genies only. And if I just understand, if I just thought, white God, somebody will come and force me to thought. Do you know white God? White God are always bad. They look white, but they shit very badly, and they look beautiful. And if I go in reality and some American will say bad on me, you Indian, you look like Indian or Pakistani, you are poor. What are you in front of me? I will just imagine, I will thought immediately, you mean white God? समझ रहे? What do you mean exactly? White God? White God? White Americans God who is white are bad only. They don't even use water. So on doing thought or thinking, I think what exactly will happen? The white God who has come from here, he will believe that he is also white God. So he will come quickly and say, until I prove that I am true, because you said white God, I will not leave you. So he will prove. He will prove that I am lying. Until he proves that I am lying by forcing me to do sin or mistake or crime, he will not leave me. Now what is the option I have left? White God, I cannot say anything bad on white God. It's just thought. I'm not saying bad. It's thought and thinking. Thought and thinking is what? Thought is imagination. Thinking is planning. On imagination and thinking, how you can punish anyone? How your living or life is being changed? You and your God, your entire generation is lie only. You say you come from past and you say you are trying to save your elders. You are trying to save your father, who is lie. I am original, save me. You say, how we come in reality if we are lie? In what truth you are believing? In what thought or thinking you are believing of human or life, which is lie only? With imagination and planning is what? It's the words which you come to know. As understanding, and you believe and you come from past and live on that imagination and planning words until those imagination and planning words becomes lie. You don't die. So what you do instead, you open religious places to prove that what you hear from imagination, thought, imagination and thinking, planning is not lie, because the people comes in our religious place and it is truth. We even fly and levitate. A thought, imagination, a thought, thinking, planning, a manufacturing word. If it comes in reality, if a thought, imagination word comes in reality, who is a genie? Will he be true? Will he be original? Because he is forced to change on knowing thought or thinking of human or life. And he forces people not to say, not to thought, imagine, not to think, plan bad on the word white God. No, I'm human. I'm just like human. Life, who thinks, who thought and thinks, which is not real for me. Thought means what? Imagination. Thinking means what? Planning. I cannot thought or think for free. I have mind, I have brain. It's not real at all. It's not real. But genies and gods who are forced, who are forced to change on knowing thought and thinking of human or life, they punish me. They come and punish me by saying, you, because of you, our God will not die. You can even those thought, imagination words, who are genius and thinking, planning words, came in reality and created time. You tried to change everything. You made life bad of humans and life on thought, imagination, which is nonsense, which is a lie story, and thinking, planning, like preparing. You become true and lie. The human or life does not even knows that you continue, you live and die from thought, imagination and thinking, planning only. Means thought, imagination words which you come to know as understanding, and thinking, planning words which you come to know as understanding. Just look at my hands. My hands are being, see, it's being moved. The genies are like, knowing thought, imagination, and thinking, planning. Those words, they are trying to do deja vu on me. I'm just saying, I'm also original genie. I did not hurted them practically. I just said words, thought, imagination words, thinking, planning words, which they come to know as understanding. So how you can try to maltreat or abuse like this? See, thought means what? So what exactly this white God means? Now someone has come in the on planet Earth forcefully. His name is God. Some God. Why I cannot thought or think anything on the name of God? Thought is imagination. Thinking is planning. So how you can believe thought, imagination and thinking, planning to be true, from which you are affected and continue to live and continue to die? You cannot try to control human or life like this. You are unstable genies and gods. If you don't believe in my truth, then you die. You are virus on planet Earth and some in universe too. So start believing in my truth. That thought means imagination, thought means imaginary, and thinking means planning. Or like preparing. Thinking means preparing. Thought means imaginary and thinking means preparing. Remember it. Now just remember that humans or life does not knows what they thought or think. And you are forced to change. And it's not real. If you are just go in front of human and ask them, because you say you come in reality, go in front of human or life like me and ask, did you said bad against God? They will say we just thought and think. If we thought and think, but it is not real, because we did not do anything in reality, and we have right to do imagination or do preparation. We just said something, but because we were feeling something bad and we just said something. But because of that, you cannot punish humans or life. So just remember that when you go in front of human or life, you need to say that thought and thinking affects us. We live only on knowing thought and thinking of human or life, and human does not know what they thought. Human or life does not know what they thought or think, which is just what? Imaginary and preparing. We continuously live on knowing imaginary words and thinking, preparing. We continuously live on knowing imaginary and preparing words of human or life, and we come in reality by forcing human or life to imagine or do preparing on our gods, just like the white God has come, who wants me to say that white God is true by just imagination or just from thinking as planning or preparing myself to think, preparing myself like think that white God is true. So just from knowing words, they continue to live and die, and they come in reality by believing in the truth of human or life imaginary words and human or life planning words, human or life thinking preparation, or human or life thinking planning words, which they don't confirm it to be true. And just from knowing these imaginary and preparing or planning words, they fly in front of humans by saying we are true. Do you want to see our God is true? Do you want to see we fly in front of you? Because they are made of words. They don't die even if they are cut, and if they believe in real truth which I told, then and believe that they will be joined automatically, nothing will happen to them, then they will be joined automatically. So who is the real God now? Who does not change or knowing thought or thinking of human or life? Who is not just imagination word? Who is not just preparation of planning word? Who proves what is truth? Even after knowing something, if you become live, what exactly happens? If I ask the same thing to any genius or any god in the entire universe, if you become live from human or live thought or thinking, does your property gets finished? My property does not get finished. I don't become live from anyone. Everyone is forced to believe in me to become true. If you want to ask old one God of time, were you forced to change on knowing thought or thinking of human or life? With human just thought, which is imaginary, fake, lie story, and where human or life think, which is preparing, planning, or preparation. Were you forced to change? Was your property used to get finished, or knowing imaginary or preparing words from human or life which they don't believe it to be true, which is just fake? We should come to know as understanding without hearing from your ears. So, old one God of time is not true. Until he proves that he does not changes on knowing thought or thinking of human or life, which is just imaginary and planning, preparation. And if he believes in me, that I am true and believes in my truth, and updates worldwide to all genies and all gods who are fake and lie, and believes that he is lie and the first god of universe has come. Not new, the first genie of universe, the first god of universe has come, and he proved truth. Then he will become true. And I said I will make the words as stable, who are the genies and gods, because they are forced to change on knowing thought, imaginary words, and thinking, planning words. If they are like human, like I said, I will say, I will just try to call a human. I will say, do you know that Torah is lie? What do you think? The human also thinks, but I am original genie and I think. So why you are saying Torah is lie? He will say, I will say, yeah, I love Torah, but he is not marrying. Torah is not marrying me. So I will say Torah is lie. It's just what? It's entertainment like I'm just doing a joke, but it is true. It's my sentiment. So what he will say? What you want to do? I don't know what to do. She has to marry me officially. I'm talking about somebody else Torah, not my Torah wife. But in this meantime, what exactly happened? He just went. The human just went. Who thinks? And we are not affected from any of the words which we discussed. Now, what exactly happens when I do thought or think, where thought means imaginary and thinking means planning, preparation? The genies and gods are forced to change. Otherwise, what exactly happens to them? So, did you understood? The genies and all gods are trying to control human or life like me, who does not know that human thought which is imaginary and human or life things which is preparation, planning. On these imaginary words, and planning words, they punish human or life like me They put me in cases if I just talk freely. The white God has come from where? Can I talk anything or not? Can I talk anything or not? You only tell me, can I talk anything on the white God or not who has come? No, he will just become rich. And what he will do? He will try to win from other genies and other gods. There are many genies and gods who says if only truth wins. They completely live only on truth. They will say if he becomes rich and if he becomes true, nobody will be able to win from him. He will start doing case on other genies and other gods on this planet Earth. And he will say, I'm true, I'll try to do. So, until his truth becomes lie, nobody will be able to win from him. And if he does not eat food and drink water, he says, he will say, I did not drink food and water, I am not lie at all. The words will eat food. Is this a kind of joke? I am the live original genie. I eat food. Because I don't live on knowing thought, imagination words or knowing thinking, planning words. I don't have to become true to live. I survive by just feeling the sun hot and fan, air, atmosphere, weather. So you know that I am original. So you understood. So I'm not like them. I'm real original genie. So of course I want to marry billions of girl genies and make them stable and natural and original. So you only tell me now. If you love me truly, or if anyone loves me truly, cannot they make themselves like me by understanding me? Because I made many genies as stable and natural. Will they believe in the lie belief of other gods or their God, which is lie after I prove the truth? If they love me truly, why they don't want to believe in my truth, which is real truth? They just have to win from other genies and other gods who does not know truth, who are lie. If they believe in my truth, they'll be able to show miracles. It is the truth. Now, if someone is not able to show miracles, if they have become original genie, they have to come in my body and see why, who is stopping, which genie is that, which fake genie is that, who knows that they are lying and trying to do hacking on me. So nobody is able to show miracles. So that is all I want to say, and I want to say that Torah is true. I was just trying to show that and prove that what exactly genies and gods means, and the original genie means, the real, stable and natural and original genie means, who is me, the first genie of universe according to me. I am sorry, the first genie of universe according to all genies and all gods. So I want to say that believe in my believerism religion written truth, which I told, and the real truth which I told you. And you know that free talking means what? Free talking means anything, saying anything, and if you are not affected from any thought, imaginary words, or thinking, planning, or preparing words, or of human or life like me, then you have become stable and natural. Natural but not stable. You have to become stable, because words who are genies, they have some kind of dog breathing in themselves, from which when they come to know words from human or life, they are unable to control themselves, especially on the gods. You understand? So even if you become natural, you will not be affected from human or life, because from knowing thought, imaginary words, or thinking, planning words, you get affected. You cannot control yourself, and you come in Bollywood or Hollywood. You prove that you are true by believing in thought, imaginary words, and thinking, planning words of human or life. If you just try to go in front of human or life and ask them that we have become popular actor in Bollywood or Hollywood, when you just thought, which is imagination words, and when you think, which is preparing or planning words about on our God, we became true, and we come in reality in front of people in Bollywood and Hollywood, and we prove that we are true. We became true when you thought, which is imaginary words, on our gods to be true, or thinking, planning, or preparing words to be true on our God. and we prove that by coming in Bollywood or Hollywood we are true, and we even made movies. We come in front of people in reality, and we keep proving that we are true. So do you believe in this truth to be true? And many gods are there who says that we have created religious place. So you come to us and you believe in us, so we bless you. It's like if you just try to take our name, we bless you. Bless you in the sense we will come and we will try to protect you from other genies who are of the same planet Earth, who has come like just like this white god, and so that they don't try to hurt you. But you must not thought or think bad on our name, otherwise our property is finished and we lost. So thought and thinking, but they don't know that human or life like me, they don't have control on their thought, which is imagination words, they don't have control, and thinking, which is preparing, they don't have control. They will just thought anything, they will just think anything, and genies and gods, they are affected because the world or the genie's world does not have control, and they are unable to understand how exactly to make the genies as stable and natural, which I already made, because I am the first genie of universe. I know truth. The entire universe is made of my belief, where the belief has to become stable and natural. So the genies who comes from the universe are not just words. They are not affected from human or life thought or thinking, thought, imagination, words, or thinking, planning words. And they say that we understood you, even if they come, or they are not affected. Even if they did not understood, they are not affected from human or life thought or thinking. Thought means imagination, and thought means imaginary, and thinking means preparing. So the genies and gods will not harm and hurt humans or life, even if any human or life say thought or think bad on any god. You understood? So I just have to think from mine and say that the universe believe is stable, in the sense the universe, the the universe the universe is the universe is the universe, yeah, the universe believe, the universe believe, the universe believe is the universe believe genies will not be, the universe genies will not be, the universe believe will be I can just try to create something from which the genies and gods which come from the belief of universe, they will not be changing on knowing thought or thinking of human or life. So they will not hurt or harm human or life. And the genies has created what? Governments. By understanding human or life thought and thinking. And they try to prove. And that is why human or life cannot even thought or think anything which is just imaginary and preparing on any god names. So how can you prove, or how can you believe that these gods religious place can be put like this in front of the people, where they say that we will try to protect you from other religious place? They cannot even if any human or life will just thought which is imaginary or thing which is preparing, they cannot even thought anything from mind by keeping their mind clean. Just like the genies and god says you have to keep your mind clean. If any genies or god says we have something bad in our mind, we have to clean it. So can any human or life thought which is imaginary and thinking which is planning, can they keep their mind clean? They cannot. If they keep their mind clean and says after coming to know God has punished someone, God has cursed someone, and God did something on someone by just knowing imaginary word or just knowing imagination, will that human or life be punished? Or if anyone think if your father will be punished by God, what you will do? the human on life like me, I will say, if there is any other God, I will just go, I'm going, and I will just kill him, I will beat him, I will just kick him, I will beat him, which is just preparing. It is not real. But the genies and gods are affected from human on life, thought and thinking, and they continuously live on knowing thought, imaginary, which is imaginary, and thinking, which is preparing, planning on of human in life only. And let me just try to tell you example what exactly happened to my face and body. I cannot even thought and or think. Thought is imaginary, thinking is preparing. Can I thought something on Torah is lie, God is lie from my thought or thinking? Because genies are affected. When they are affected, they will say that we are affected and we get punished. Something bad happened to us, then they come quickly and try to make my life bad, my looks bad, and they will say whatever you like or you love, we will do opposite. So they try to make my face as bad, or knowing thought, which is imaginary, and thinking, which is preparing. I did not do anything wrong in reality. By just knowing my thought, which is imaginary, and thinking, which is